Aloha everyone, it's Candace from Divine Breath Yoga. I'm here as your yoga tour guide, as always, to just offer you some suggestions on how to breathe and find a way to meditate. And so this is called my Sunset Series, but you don't have to be practicing at nighttime. You can imagine any beautiful source of light. You can gaze upon some natural light, or you could find a candle, or maybe even a painting that's filled with light. Find some light-filled image in your mind's eye or in your eye that lets you focus on light. And then we start to notice our practice. Finding a comfortable rest for your body, whether that's laying down, seated in a chair, seated on the floor, or standing. Find how you feel comfortable tonight. And if sitting still or staying still doesn't work for you, that's okay too. You can turn it into a moving meditation where you let your body rock gently, like maybe you're on a boat. So listen to your body, make adjustments as you need. But as the body finds rest, then our breath can slow down and our heart and mind can find a peaceful place to be restored, strengthened, and renewed. So with our body supported, let's start to notice that breath. And one of the things leading up to a cancer diagnosis was I was the yoga teacher short of breath. And so breathing exercises were becoming more and more frustrating because it wasn't working anymore. I can't take in a long breath, but I still have breath in my lungs. And so I'm here to share that we keep practicing, even if it feels more limited than it did the day before. It might feel less limited the next day, and that's why yoga is a practice. So as you breathe in today, notice where your body moves. Maybe it's up in your shoulders, your collarbone. Maybe parts of your ribs are moving. Maybe even your belly is moving. Sometimes you even feel movement into your back muscles, the back side of your ribs. So just noticing for a moment where you feel the breath, if it's a big solid belly breath, or if you're breathing more through your rib cage, or if it's a full body breath from shoulders down to your belly button. Wherever your breath is, you are breathing, and that is your practice. So give thanks for that breath. See if you can give a big breath out. Now this is called a breath of de-stress, and it should feel like you're trying to blow out a candle or blow out the sun or that light source. So take a big breath in. Open the mouth and breathe out. Big breath in. See if there's a third. Big breath in. That breath of de-stress is one that we can practice, and it only takes less than a minute. And it might bring you a sense of calm. Breathing slowly and gently. Again, maybe gazing on some light or closing your eyes and imagining a beautiful light. I have a reflection for you tonight, talking about strength. And I like to surrender into the strength of the Lord. And there's a meditation that's said to be written on the breastplate of St. Patrick in Ireland. So from the breastplate of St. Patrick, I arise today by the power of faith. I arise today in the strong name of the Trinity. I arise today by the great power of God, holding me, leading me, whose eyes watches over me, whose might sustains me, whose wisdom teaches me, whose hand is my steady guide. Christ be with me, within me, behind me, before me, beside me. Christ be there to teach me, to comfort me, to restore me. Christ in the mouth of all who speak to me. Christ in the heart of each to whom I speak. So taking a couple of breaths, adjust your body if you need. In the Lectio Divina style, we often read the passage again to let a certain word maybe sink into our heart and mind this time as we listen. So if there's a certain word that sparks into your heart or mind, that's the word that we'll breathe upon a little bit later. So listening again, said to come from the breastplate of St. Patrick. I arise today by the power of faith. I arise today in the strong name of the Trinity. I arise today by the great power of God holding me and leading me, whose eye watches over me, whose might sustains me, whose wisdom teaches me, whose hand is my steady guide. Christ be with me, within me, behind me, before me, beside me. Christ be there to teach me, comfort me, restore me. Christ in the mouth of all who speak to me, Christ in the heart of each to whom I speak. This is a practice to find Christ in us and Christ around us. That light that we draw is that strength sustaining us. And so maybe a word stuck out from the breastplate of St. Patrick. Some attribute of God's loving light that you want to hold on to and breathe upon. Savoring that word or that phrase that seemed important to your heart and mind as you heard it. And contemplate it. Maybe just let that word mash around. Maybe with each breath you breathe it in. Or each breath you breathe it out, speak it. Again, noticing that breath. Sometimes bringing your attention back to the power of the breath can help calm your mind, to let you focus on that certain word or phrase that spoke to you, that you wanted to hold and treasure in your heart. So breath meditation practice often begins with just 6 deep breaths. It gives a reset to the body, to the mind, by lowering down that fight or flight response. And when we breathe in the strength of the Lord, that power is amplified in our body and mind. So breathe in that light, that goodness. Pause throughout your day to find a mountaintop, light-filled moment. Give that big, full breath, noticing if there's any feelings you need to let go. Again, that breath of de-stress. Breathe in and surrender. This is our breath meditation practice, my friends. Renewing a place of strength to renew our spirits, body, mind, and soul. Kindness begins by being kind to yourself, and then you can be kind to others. Let the light in, savor the light, be grateful for the light, and share the light. Peace be with you, my friends.